Hey guys, welcome to More Fantasy. My name is Jeffrey, and today we're going to be going over our top 10 favorite movies. Today with me I have Xavier Harris and Davion.
Willis.
What's up?
Yo.
Nigga running up on me is a mistake. When I'm coming, nigga fucking up the place. And I ain't got no time to be wasted. I'm crazy, nigga, sit in my brain. Nigga running up on me is a mistake. When I'm coming, nigga fucking up the place. And I ain't got no time to be wasted. I'm crazy, nigga, sit in my brain.
We have honorable mentions at first. So I have more than 5 honorable mentions. I have 6.
Okay.
So do you guys have 5 or?
I have 5.
No honorable mentions. I'm getting straight to it.
All right, that's cool.
For the top 10, or are we starting with the honorable mentions?
The mentions first, but then for the actual list, let's say we each go one by one. We'll do our 10s, all 3 of us.
Okay, cool.
Then 9.
That's what I yeah. That
All right.
works. I like that better.
Yeah. For number 10 through number 6, kind of briefly explain your film, but then top 5 we can like go more deep into it. And also no spoilers of the film. No spoilers at all. People watching it might get kind of upset.
These old behind films.
All right, let's get into it. Jeffrey, it's on you.
Start with honorable mentions, or I'm starting with the top 10?
The mentions.
Honorable mentions. Alright, for honorable mentions, I have Avengers. I have Silence. I have Akira. I have Malcolm X, Rocky, and Ghost Story.
Bet. All right, so for my mentions, World of Fantasy, I have number 15, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, 14, The Incredibles, 13, The Dark Knight, 12, Nightcrawler, and number 11, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I messed with that.
So that's a solid honorable mentions list.
All right, Davion, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I didn't really have any honorable mentions planned, but thinking about these movies I completely forgot existed, I meant to say definitely Into the Spider-Verse. I gotta go with Rocky 4, and I'm gonna stick with those two. Those two definitely would have made it if I remember them, but actually, no, never mind. No, they wouldn't.
All right, so now let's get into our top 10 list. Starting with Jeffrey with number 10.
For number 10, I have Kill Bill. I'm just putting them all together, 1 and 2, both into one movie, and Kill Bill.
Kind of explain it just a little bit too. Briefly for like 10 seconds.
So Kill Bill is a film whenever something happens at a character's wedding, leading her to have revenge for another. It's hard without spoilers. To be vengeful towards this dude named Bill, and she goes through this journey trying to kill Bill.
Hence the name Kill Bill. That's why it's called Kill Bill, folks.
Yeah, that's why it's called Kill Bill.
All right, my number 10 is a film I actually called a couple days ago for the first time ever. It's a very unique film, and that is A Ghost Story, my number 10 spot on the list. Now, A Ghost Story is really all about a couple who sadly the husband passes away in a car accident, and basically the whole film is his ghost in a blanket costume pretty much in the whole time. And on paper, it should not work at all. It sounds kind of cheesy and corny, but somehow, some way, this works wonders. First off, the cinematography in this film is breathtaking. We also have some great direction that goes. There are some shots here that last about like 3 minutes or so, or 4 minutes. It's just these still shots, and they work somehow. I don't get how it does work, but it somehow does. And the sound of silence in this film works perfectly. And it being so unique, I had to put it in my top 10 list somewhere, so I'll put it at number 10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 10, I gotta go with Avengers.
All right. The first one?
Now, the first one, the very
All right.
first one.
Okay.
Now, is this personally my favorite in the MCU? No, but I mean, I think objectively with what that movie did for not just like what I guess you consider this subsection called the hero franchise, but
Yeah.
what it did for the MCU as a whole was game changing, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Avengers number 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have our number 9s. Our number 9 list. So
All right,
Jeff,
number
on
9.
you. Jeff, on you again.
Number 9, I got Django Unchained.
Okay.
Directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Jamie Foxx. So you want me to give a summary? Like,
Yeah. I guess you can give a
summaries are
summary.
hard for me.
Yeah.
So in this film, it's basically Jamie Foxx going on this journey to get his wife back from a slave owner that's played by Leonardo DiCaprio brilliantly, actually. And got Samuel L. Jackson, and the cast is stacked throughout this whole entire film, and it's really a joy to watch.
Yeah. All right. My number 9 is, in my opinion, the best film by Pixar Studios, and that's Ratatouille. Ratatouille follows the story of Remy, a rat who loves to cook and somehow gets in a chef's kitchen and takes over this guy's hair and teaches him how to cook as well. Now, in my opinion, this is an adult film. It's not a film for kids at all. And the tone I love in this film, probably the best tone out of my whole entire list, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't have any really complaints on Ratatouille. It's a nice film to watch on like a nice night, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain it, but
How do you think Ratatouille would do if it came out like, let's say, today or this year?
I don't know really. The vibe is kind of chillax in the film, I'll say, so maybe people will like it because of that. And these times are kind of hectic right now, lots of going on in the country and whatnot. So have a nice time to just chill out and watch a film. It could work, it may not, I don't know. But it's just a great film overall. Also a wonderful score. And
Probably the best score in all of Pixar, honestly.
Yeah.
It's top.
It's top 3. It's what they're with up in the
It's
Incredibles.
definitely top 3.
But I had to take it, put it in my top 10. I love the film. It's really rewatchable. So yeah, I right to him my number 9 spot.
Okay, number 9. This is a film that surprisingly I've never seen until this year.
Oh.
Training Day.
Oh, okay.
Training Day.
Yeah.
Now, this movie. This is not something I would expect to have in my top 10 if you asked me like last year, but I love this movie. It makes you really question the characters. You think you're on this character's side when really this character's getting played by this character. Not trying to dive into spoilers or anything, but it definitely subverts your expectations count like a bunch of times throughout the film.
Also, Oscar-winning Denzel Washington for this role as well.
Oh,
Ethan
He won the Oscar that year when it came out, so that's a big plus.
Yeah.
So,
Ethan Hawke had an incredible performance too.
yeah, it was.
He was really naturalistic though.
I actually really like the
Wasn't
entire
all
cast,
big.
except the only person I didn't like in this was Dr. J, which I didn't even know it was Dr. J until after I watched the movie. But he could not act.
It was really interesting though. It was really interesting seeing Denzel. Denzel's character is really big in that movie. Like he's really big.
He's just a larger than life character. So when
right, and then Ethan Hawke, his partner's character, he's really he seems smaller. Like he's more natural in his acting. So I like the comparison between the two characters.
Exactly, and what happens with both of them throughout the movie is you wouldn't expect it in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
All right. So that's Davion's number 9. Next up, we're going to our number 8 spot. Start with Jeffrey again.
My number 8 spot is Moonlight. I can't remember who directed it.
Barry Jenkins. Barry Jenkins.
Shawty look good in the moonlight.
Barry Jenkins.
Yeah, Barry Jenkins.
Yep.
And then I feel slow. I don't remember most of the characters. I know I don't remember the main cast, but I know
Naomi Harris, Mahershala Ali.
Jaleel Jerome.
Yeah.
No. He wasn't main.
But he
wasn't main. But yeah, he was part of the cast.
You won an Oscar
Jaleel
for him.
Jerome. Yeah, he did get an Oscar, but He was only there for
like 5 minutes of screen time. Got an Oscar. I'm like, what? How?
He killed it though.
Yeah, but he had like 5 minutes of screen time. But anyway, that's what you were saying.
And then, you know, the film is just incredible on the way that it uses colors. Like the way that the film like uses colors, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And then the way that it was acted, and then the way that they broke up the story into parts, and then there's so much about the film that I really enjoyed personally.
Totally. My number 8 is a film I saw this year for the first time. I was kind of surprised about it because going into it, I thought it was kind of a little bit cheesy a little bit, and sometimes. But my number 8 is The Matrix. Now, The Matrix stars Keanu Reeves. What is it? Is it Forrest Whitaker or is it
It's Forrest. No, it's not Forrest
Fishburne?
Whitaker.
Fishburne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishburne.
So the story follows basically Neo, who's played by Keanu Reeves, going through this wild journey of the red pill, which is seeing the world how it truly is. And for its time in 1999, this was a stunning film to watch. As far as the VFX goes, special effects, whatever. This is a wonderful film to watch. You're always engaged.
Even the action choreography too.
Yeah, the action choreography is really good, especially that scene in the dojo with Fishburne and Reeves.
And you know how they did the lean back scene? They had like a whole lot of different cameras circling across from them. It's like that was revolutionary and stuff.
Yeah. And then also I want to say that what was it called? The 3 guys that kept chasing them, the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
I like those as well. They're pretty cool. And yeah, this is just a fun film to watch. The film is just straight up fun in my opinion. So I really enjoyed watching the film.
Xavier,
Yeah,
are you taking the red pill or the blue pill?
definitely the red pill.
Okay.
So just because of those, it's a fun film to watch. It's enjoyable, engaging. I put it in my number 8 spot.
Number 8 spot. Okay. My number 8 is definitely no Matrix. I had Creed 2 actually.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Creed 2.
I messed with that.
Now Creed 2, I don't know, something about this movie hit different. I heard somebody tell me once that the first Creed is way better, but it's really not.
Nah.
It's really not. The way they took Creed, because when I watched this out of order, I watched Creed 2 and then Creed 1. But I feel like if I had started with Creed 1, I feel like I would have liked Creed 2 even more because they took his story and they really made it his own. It's not just a reboot like what we get this generation really. It's not a reboot.
Yeah, it's not Rocky 2. Yeah.
Not Black Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling Xavier this. I was watching Creed 2, and there's the part in the film whenever he punches down I forgot his name.
Michael B.
No, not Michael B. Other dude.
I have no idea.
Drago's son.
Oh yeah.
Whenever he knocks him down for the first time, and you hear that Rocky beat play in the background, a film has never made me feel like that before.
Bro, yes. And that
I got like.
Speaking of that, a trailer has never made me feel like that trailer too, where they use that DMX song. Oh my god.
DMX.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've never felt
I was watching it in the theater. I saw it in the theater twice, and every single time, whenever that happened, it felt like I had money bubbles rising me up from my seat. That's like the best way I can describe it. The film has never made me feel like that before.
Yeah.
That movie was wild.
All right, so Creed 2 is Davion's pick for number 8 spot. Now we're going to number 7. So Jeffrey, your turn again.
Number 7, I had The Green Mile.
Okay.
I struggle to know the other young man who played. I sound like my dad. Other man that played. You got Tom Hanks. I struggle to remember the director. You got Tom Hanks. I struggle to remember the one dude's name.
What's he pulling out?
There's on DVD.
Oh, he's strapped up with the
Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan. So rest in peace him. But he came with an amazing performance along with Tom Hanks, and it's him. Basically, it's a huge struggle against the justice system, and him being accused for something that he didn't do, and it's them following the story of how they got out of him. And in there, he has these mystical powers, and it's a really interesting take on how you approach the law system, and it's an incredible film in my eyes.
All right, my number 7 film, the Best Picture winner from last year's Oscars, and that is Parasite. Now, the reason why Parasite had to make my list, simply because of how everything kind of like combined together to create this like masterpiece. The cinematography is excellent in this film, a brilliant screenplay, great direction from Bong Joon-ho, and also some wonderful acting performances, especially the dad. I forgot his name, but the way it was able to all come together, it was awesome. So that's why I had it in my top 10 somehow. Number 7 for Davion is what?
Yes,
Get Out.
Yes, Get Out. So, like I was saying, Get Out's the first movie in a while that made me feel anxious like I did. And, it really speaks volumes. The things they talk about in that movie still relate to this day. And, I think everybody already knew who Jordan Peterson was, but I feel like that movie was really what put him on the map and started getting people to take him seriously as a director.
Jordan Peele.
Daniel too.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said Peterson.
Peele. But yeah, Daniel.
Kuala.
Never pronounce his name.
Koala bear. Kuala.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But that also put him on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So that was our number 7s. So Jeffrey, you were number 6.
So I have a tie for number 6.
Oh, interesting.
I have Marriage Story and Joker tied for number 6.
Ooh. Okay.
Say a lot about society.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
But
I gotta hear this.
Marriage Story, Noah Baumbach, Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson, incredible performances all around. Probably these two choices are like the best acting of last year.
Definitely.
Amazing screenplays. Just Marriage Story was just overall incredible. It seemed, even though the plot was really simple, it was still amazing to watch.
Also a great
Joker,
ensemble.
Yeah, that too. Joker, it was a very Joaquin heavy film, and with the burden of holding on to almost a whole entire film, he did it incredibly, and probably one of my favorite performances ever. Yeah, just incredible. Last year's films were just amazing. So those tied for number 6.
All right, my number 6, when it came out, got snubbed so bad for the award seasons. This is like nowhere to be found except in one category. My number 6 is Prisoners. So Prisoners is about basically a child abduction film, and a lot of stuff happens in this film. It's basically what I call it as a wild 2.5 anxiety-filled roller coaster ride. First off, you have 2 mind-blowing performances with Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman, and you really see what kind of like toll they get emotionally throughout the whole entire film. We also have some great dialogue in here too, mainly from Hugh Jackman. He goes like really insane in this film. But overall, great ensemble cast as well. You have Viola Davis, Terrence Ferguson. Also have Paul Dano, who is great in this film. And then, yeah, and also the reason why it's so high on my list is because of the symbolism in the film. Now, I can't go into it deeply, but I'll go into spoilers. But this is probably my favorite symbolism I've ever seen in a film. So because of that, it's my number 6 spot on my top 10.
just
Okay.
a recommendation. I just fired. I'm just saying.
Jeff does not miss the recommendations.
He does not.
That's fact. That's fact.
This is not one that Jeff recommended to me. Number 6, I got an oldie. I got The Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm not
Okay.
Now, The Breakfast Club, I'll say that was probably like the first movie that young Lil Davion,
Lil Davy.
they sat down and really watched and was able to understand, and how I feel like that the story of that movie or the theme of that movie really is something that is always going to really relate, regardless of the date. I feel like that's how it talks about how people really put these titles or these tags on people and prejudge them. I feel like that's something that a lot of kids our age do now and will always happen.
Yeah. And also that iconic last shot with the fist up.
Yeah, and it's been that movie has literally been tried to be recreated like a million times.
Yes, it has.
And I told Jeff this, and I don't think I told Xavier this. Lemonade Mouth is really just a trash version of the.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
It's Breakfast Club with music.
It's not trash though. It's a good film.
It's horrible.
Okay. Get down to the good stuff. Top five.
Top five.
Let's
top
get it.
five.
my top 5.
Now, sorry, Jeff. Before you get into it, we can go in detail here as well. More in detail.
Got you.
Okay.
Miracle, spiritual. I don't know, that was into my head.
You pull up a tab on this. I don't end up tripping, getting something wrong.
Do you?
Okay. So, my number 5 was your number 6, which is Prisoners. Jake Gyllenhaal, Paul Dano, Hugh Jackman, Viola Davis, Terrence Howard, all incredible.
Of course.
I don't know if there's much that I have to go over that you didn't already handle,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, I really enjoyed this film. The direction was amazing too, and the score, and it has probably one of my favorite endings, one of my favorite movie endings ever.
Definitely.
And the way that it ended was almost perfect because it didn't allow you to get a final thing, like final grasp of what happened. You have to take it, and with the clues that you had, you have to figure out what happened afterwards.
You will know that when you see the film, but you will know that when you see the film.
Yeah.
Like what happens. Yeah. But yeah. My number 5 was Davion's number 7, and that's Get Out. Get Out by Jordan Peele. Legend already. He's only made 2 movies so far in his young career. But this film is unique. It like Davion said, it's relevant to like times like right now we're currently facing. And it's a great film overall. Daniel Kaluuya, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he does great in this film. Definitely deserved that Oscar nomination.
His wife.
Oh yeah, Rose.
Rose. She kills it too.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she really does.
Also,
like
what's
a triple freaking identity? Like she kills
yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
Also, what's his name? Little Ray or something like that. The guy who plays the cop. Rob, who plays Rob.
Oh yeah, he killed it.
He does great in this film as well. Also,
performance too. Everybody's performance was.
Everybody kills in this film.
The brother he played.
Oh snap! Yeah,
he played the one dude from in X-Men too.
Everybody killed in this film pretty much. Also, some great cinematography that was able to be done in this film. Also, it had a very small budget. It was like I think like $3 million, something like that. So, props on that. And yeah, he won screenplay. Peele won screenplay at the Oscars for this film. So yeah, my number 5 was Get Out.
All right, number 5 for me. I think this is definitely my only animated film on the list.
All right.
Now I haven't seen too many animated films, but this is the best one I've seen so far. Number 5, I got Spirited Away. Spirited Away. That film literally that was a game changer. That really put Studio Ghibli on the map.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now, there's so much you can say about this movie. The colors, for one, Studio Ghibli, they always nail the colors down. They always get the colors down. The story, it's not the most original story in the world, but I mean, it gets the job done. You know, it leaves you on the edge of your seat. You care about all the characters. You get put in this new world that really you don't know what to expect. When his parents turned into pigs, I was like, whoa.
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 Xavier, you still recording, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got director Hayao Miyazaki. He can pretty much do no wrong. I haven't seen.
That's you spin.
All right, so that's our number 5s. Next on number 4, Jeffrey, on you.
Okay. I don't talk about it much, but this is probably one of my favorite films ever.
Mhm.
I rewatch it like every every week probably. Not every week, but I rewatch it a lot. Probably close to every week or at least every month. And that is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
yeah. So directed by Edgar Wright, incredible. He also did Baby Driver. Starring Michael Cera,
Sarah.
and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Chris Evans. It's a really stacked cast. And overall, the film, just something about it, it's super easy to rewatch. It's really rewatchable. And I've seen this film so many times, and then I always come back to it, watching it again and again and again, because it always blows my mind. And it's a perfect mix of like video game, anime, as in real life, and it's incredible to me.
Yep. All right. For my top 4 in general, can easily be switched around any day, really, because these films are all so incredible. So for right now, my number 4 movie is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So Portrait of a Lady on Fire, directed by Celine Sciamma, a film from I believe it's France. Came out last year in 2019. It follows the story of a painter who was assigned to paint this bride who is basically like wedded off. However, the whole thing of the story is that she cannot know that she's being painted. And also in the story, the two fall in love. I guess you say a lesbian. So this film has personally my second favorite cinematography that I personally seen. Also a really great score. It's kind of like low key in this film, but I noticed it really well, especially the music in the very end. No spoilers, but out of this whole entire list, this has my favorite ending of any film that in my top 10 list. Also, great direction from Celine. This film was shot in 8K, so it's gorgeous to look at. And yeah, that's my number 4, Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So my number 4 spot, I actually have a tie as well.
Oh.
So number 4, I got The Good Neighbor and Blind Spotting. Now,
My recommendation is those dummies.
Yes. Now, both of these they're highly slept on movies, if you ask me. But they both definitely do 2 completely different things. I think The Good Neighbor is definitely it's the definition of it's a textbook social thriller, if you ask me. But it keeps you on the edge of your seat, which I clearly love movies that do that. But Blind Spotting, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, but in a completely different way. It's not in a horror type of way. It's in a way that really you just don't know what's gonna happen. You can ask Jeff every time I had a prediction what was gonna happen, the opposite thing happened every single time. But yeah, I love both of these movies. I watched Blind Spotting this year. Phenomenal cast. The Good Neighbor, yes, a phenomenal cast.
Yes.
I love both of these movies. Yeah.
All right, so now top 3. Here we go. This should be good. All right, Jeff, on you.
So, all right. So number 3, I have Davion's number like 8 or something like that, 7, something like that. I have Training Day. Um, I was gonna say the directors. I can't remember their name, or I can't pronounce their name. But incredible performance by Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. You have the differences between their characters, which I find incredible. Then you have even his wife. I forgot her name. Eva. Whatever.
His wife. We get it. We get it.
Yeah, you get it. I can't even pronounce her name, but Snoop Dogg's in this movie, so yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it's overall an incredible film in my opinion.
All right.
Denzel got the Oscar. He delivered that incredible scene, which really was influential on me. It was the scene he said, "King Kong ain't got on me."
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite scenes ever, and it was in this film, and I just overall love this film.
Awesome. My number 3 was Jeffrey's number 9. And that's Django Unchained. Now, this film was my number 1 last week. Stuff happened. We'll get to that in a second. However, in my opinion, Django has my opinion, so please don't get mad at me in the comment section down below, that has the best top 3 actors in a film together. Hot take. I know it's a hot take. With Fox, Waltz, and DiCaprio. They absolutely kill it in these roles. Also, it's Tarantino, so you can't really knock that down. You have the witty dialogue, you have the blood splatters all around the whole entire film.
The squibs, I love the blood.
Awesome shootouts that happen. We have these great panning shots of Django, especially when he's on the blue outfit, and that's from my favorite scene in the whole entire film. We also have, it's really just a fun film to watch. You're always engaged in the film. Stuff happens in the film, and yeah, it's just a fun film to watch. So that's why it's my number 3, my top 10.
Alright, for me, we got back to that Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
This is a movie I was hyping up all year, the year it came out. We got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So,
I'm surprised by that.
Whoa.
This is a personal favorite, honestly.
Whoa.
Objectively, it's not the best movie. Sometimes it's cheesy, but then you look away for 2 minutes, and you're like, whoa, what's going to happen next? But
in my brain.
Probably has one of the most stacked casts we've probably seen in the last 2 years, honestly. You got
the last decade.
Yeah, it has one of the most stacked casts we've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Got some vets.
DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, Al Pacino.
Yeah, Al Pacino. Kurt Russell.
Yeah. People sleep on what's his name? Oh man, I almost always remember his name. Mike Moe.
Yes, Mike Moe.
Yes.
Dude, that was an amazing.
Yes. Yes.
There wasn't a bad leading actor or actor.
Nope.
And Quentin Tarantino, he definitely can do no wrong. When he touches a project, it's gonna be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a really fun to watch for me.
Yeah. So here we go, top 2.
Top 2, that's me?
Yep, that's you.
Alright. So Xavier probably saw this coming, but top 2, my number 2 is The Lighthouse.
Yep.
Directed by Robert Eggers. It's probably in one of the most shocking performances I've ever seen both those actors in, actually, Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in. And you really can see that Robert Pattinson pulled a 180 completely from Twilight. I've seen Twilight, don't really like it. If you would have told me that he was going to be one of my favorite actors in a couple years, whenever Twilight came out, I wouldn't have believed you. But he pulled a complete 180 and he blew me away. And Willem Dafoe is always amazing, so
Yeah, he puts on a crazy performance. Willem Dafoe, he just goes crazy in this whole entire film.
And I think they were completely they're completely just at the Oscars to me. And the way that it was shot, the lens, like the what was it?
Cinematography.
I think it was 4:3, but I don't remember.
It was. Yep.
4:3.
4:3.
4:3 ratio. And it was just like so incredible, like to me, just like seeing the digital masterpiece behind it too.
Yeah.
And then you also hear that they were that Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe barely got to talk to each other because they were so exhausted because they had to stay on that island together too. So you hear the work behind what actually happened, and it's really interesting to me. And seeing the result of the final film with a whole lot of symbolism and a whole lot of
Greek mythology.
Yes, mythology. Behind it, you have to dig up, you have to learn in order to figure out the film, and that's why I love that.
Yeah. Okay, my number 2, in my opinion only, this is a perfect film. Now, it's not my number 1. I'll tell you why it's not number 1 in a minute. My number 2 is the most snubbed film of all time. Came out last year, and that's Marriage Story. Now, this film should have won so many Oscars if it wasn't in 2019. First off the bat, Noah Baumbach is a legend when it comes to dialogue, screenplay. He has the whole package. Also, we have Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. In my opinion, they're 2 best performances of any film I've seen of them personally. This film is brilliant. In my opinion, it had the best supporting cast of last year. Laura Dern, Ray Liotta, the boy who played Henry, he did great in this film. This film just works, and it's superior in all levels. Cinematography, they got it. Editing, they got it. Acting, they got it. Direction, lighting, everything is great in this film. And it had to be in this list. There are and the reason why this film is so high on my list, and particularly because Baumbach was able to insert these little pieces in the whole entire film, little things you wouldn't really notice at all on your first viewing. Then you see it again for a second time, you're like, oh, I didn't catch that before. And yeah, I just love this film so much. It's really rewatchable. And yeah, it's my number 2 for that reason. It's flawless in my opinion.
All right, number 2. This is something me and Jeff were supposed to see, but he saw it without me. But I got Just Mercy, number 2.
Oh yeah, I did see it without you.
This is an amazing movie. This movie made me like Brie Larson for one. It had Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan, and I think it really speaks for itself.
Jamie Foxx, man.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
In that role,
Jamie
that's
Foxx.
one of my favorite roles by him, to be honest with you.
I think it came out at the perfect time, and
definitely.
Yeah, it really just. But then again, it came out at the perfect time. At the same time, no, it didn't, because it came out in 2019, which is the worst year for it to come out with competition. But
this scene. Oh, hold on. That may be. Nah, I'm not. I'm just gonna say it, and if it's really strong spoilers, I'll edit it out. But that scene, whenever he's talking to him and he slams his hand on the desk, it just gave me chills. And seeing it, Michael B. Jordan's reaction, his little jump, it just gave me chills.
Yeah.
All right.
That's spoilers because it was on trailer.
Yeah.
So here we go. Number 1, our favorite film of all time. Jeffrey, what is your number 1 pick on your top 10 list?
This number 1 isn't my exact number 1. I've seen a whole lot of films in my life. I don't know exactly is my number 1, but currently, specifically right now, my number 1 right now is Blind Spotting.
What is this?
Oh, hey, I would like to get out.
Look at this.
A better one in the glove, though.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to go back to jail.
$200
Please let
for
me
Collins.
out. Not Collins' gun.
Very nice.
Oh, I just got an Uber pickup.
You got it. Is this an Uber?
Right now is Blind Spotting. the reason it's my number one is the cast is just incredible. David Diggs, Raphael Cassell, I can't pronounce his name. You got Jasmine Jones,
A girl.
just incredible cast. We got the Hamilton boys in there.
Yes, sir.
And then like you can tell the care that they put towards it. David Diggs and Raphael, even like they did the screenplay and everything. You can see the love in the film, and even though the film is a comedy or whatever it is, it's really comedic. You laugh a ton, but also there's these really dark undertones underneath it all, and the undertones of the film, like they really give the film another level. Like to me, it was almost as if you try and cover darkness with laughter. You know what I mean? And to me, it was just like an incredible way to approach a film and to approach. There's so many topics that it handles. Being incarcerated, coming back, trying to get your life back together. Dealing with the cops as a black child. It's handles so many topics, even when it's a comedy. So it's just incredible to me, personally.
Great. For me, I'm gonna go very deep right now. I'm going real deep with this one. This film I saw for the very first time yesterday night. First time. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw the film yesterday, I thought it was really good, but not top 10 worthy. Then it hit me later on like that, and I was like, oh wow. And I just started like tearing up, not gonna lie. My number one film is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Welcome to the fantastic world of Mr. Fox.
Woo!
Should we dance?
Woo!
His life is fantastic.
Pure wild animal craziness.
His wife is fantastic.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now before you say, wow, let me explain. First off, this screenplay, in my opinion, on my list has the best screenplay that I just featured on my 15, right? The reason for this, it's Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach teaming up together on this screenplay.
Yeah.
That automatically is gold.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Secondly, George Clooney, by far, over Eddie Murphy and Shrek, Will Ferrell, Megamind, the best voice acting I've ever seen. The dialogue he was giving in this film is like so witty and so distinct, and the way that he recorded it also, it was incredible. Secondly, also kind of crazy as well, this has the best cinematography on my list as well. It's an animated film, it's stop motion animation, but the way these shots were made, they're basically like actually built, like sculpture, because they're puppets. And it blows my mind. But the reason why this is truly my number one film is because this is the first time I actually connected with a character person on a one-on-one level. I've had my favorite characters in films, Django, Tony Stark, Arthur Fleck, so many others, but Mr. Fox really connected me with himself and his storyline. I can't go into why. I'll get into spoilers a bit, but there are some political undertones that happens in this film, and it's wonderful, really. This film was on Disney Plus, so please watch it if you haven't. And yeah, I love this film. Also, I want to say it hits on all levels. I'll say it's really the perfect package as far as you can get for an animated film. Lead dialogue, screenplay, cinematography. The score slaps in this film. There's one scene in particular involving a wolf, and just like wow, that the score is it's really one of a kind. And for those reasons, number one spot, Fantastic Mr. Fox. So yeah.
What thing?
Alright, number one. So before I say my number one, I gotta say number 2 through 5. If you ask me on any day, they would definitely be swappable. Like if you ask me, I'd probably put them in a different order every day. But number 1, I gotta go with Pulp Fiction.
Well, he's going out of town, Florida, and he asked me if I'd take care of her while he's gone. Take care? No, man. Just show her a good time, make sure she don't get lonely.
Girl,
you see, this is a moral test of oneself.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I want.
I gotta go with Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
The first Quentin Tarantino movie I ever saw. Obviously the best Quentin Tarantino movie I've ever saw. And I feel like you could definitely tell anybody this is your number 1 and they wouldn't really bat an eye at it. It's almost borderline a perfect movie.
Very
way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. Very iconic movie. Very strong cast. It tells 3 almost perfect movies.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
In one. So there's not really much I can say about it other than I love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson.
Johnson Rotrek, Uma Thurman.
Strong cast.
Tarantino acting was really great in this film, surprisingly.
Yeah. Well, Tarantino, he was an actor before.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he was
also
an actor, but
The
he didn't
Wolf.
get much success, so he turned into a director.
The Wolf, I forgot who played him. He did really good in the film as well.
Oh yeah.
The Wolf. He did really good. Screenplay is incredible.
I can't remember his name.
So I'll do a recap of everybody's list. I wrote them down. Jeffrey's list, he had number 10, Kill Bill, 1 and 2, Django, Moonlight, The Green Mile, a tie between Marriage Story and Joker, Prisoners, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Training Day, The Lighthouse, and Blind Spotting. Davion had a top 10 list of Avengers 1, Training Day, Creed 2, Get Out, The Breakfast Club, Spirited Away, a tie between The Good Neighbor and Blind Spotting. What was number 3, Davion? I forgot. Hold on.
What's Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yep. Just Mercy at number 2. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. My list was my list, top 10 recap: A Ghost Story, Ratatouille, The Matrix, Parasite, Prisoners, Get Out, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Django Unchained, Marriage Story, and then my last one, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. Had to bring in Xavier and Davion. You guys want to plug in your Instagram?
Alright.
Davion Willis _.
Mine is at __ Xavier Harris.
So, Xavier, me and Xavier, we also have this other channel, HT Productions. That's where we make little short films and stuff like that. If you guys want to subscribe to that, you guys can. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's it.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.